Welcome back to another episode of our Puente Horse Ranch. And as you can see, we have Amaya here with Isabella. They are just having a little bit of a meal. We are picking up where we left off. She had just gotten back from a ride with Bluegrass. I still have yet to name the horses. I will need to do that. If you guys have given me any suggestions, I will take a look in the comments and see what those are so that we can go ahead and rename the horses. But they are just having a little bit of conversation here and trying to build on their relationship. They are telling each other jokes and just enjoying a little bit of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches together, having some small talk and just trying to get their distant relationship a little bit closer. As we know, we had Amaya have Isabella help with Bluegrass and eating some hay in our last episode, and so she is realizing Isabella's worth, but also is wanting Isabella to understand that she has worth here on this ranch as well. She's hoping that Isabella can see that she has some worth here. Both of the ladies are needing some rest, so we're just going to send them off to bed this evening and let them get a little bit of well-needed rest because it is about midnight. So we are going to let them go get some sleep, and then we will catch back in the morning and see how their day is going to go. And hopefully this good times that they've had for their meal will continue on in tomorrow as well. So it is the next morning. As you can see, Isabella is up. She's needing to get some food going. She's feeling a little bit hungry, so she's going to come on in here and make some breakfast for everyone. She is hoping that Amaya won't be too far up much later because it is already 8:30 and Amaya should have long been up already because, as we know, the horses need taking care of, but it looks like she hasn't got started taking care of the horses yet, and Isabella is a little bit discouraged by that. She's thinking, Amaya should have been up long before me and taking care of the horses, and here I am getting up at 8 o'clock and making breakfast. Breakfast should have already been made and waiting on me. She's clearly not doing what she needs to be doing for this ranch. Mind you, Amaya has been up. She did cook something. It is sitting here, but Isabella doesn't realize that, and so she's up already judging Amaya and feeling like Amaya's not doing her due diligence here on the ranch. Amaya has been up. She's probably not been up as long as Isabella had hoped she'd been up, but she has been up long enough to cook some breakfast, and she is just gonna come in here and eat. And she's like, good morning, I was hoping, what is this mess? And Isabella's like, oh, so you did make food. Well, how long have you been up? Because I was making eggs and toast. I only made some for myself because I figured, you know, you should have been up long before me, so I wasn't going to make you breakfast because the horses aren't going to take care of themselves. And she's like, I realize that, but I've been up for quite some time. I didn't sleep very well on the bed. It's kind of made my back sore, but I did make myself breakfast. I'm just grabbing a late bite, but yeah, I'm about to head out now and go take care of some of the chores. There's some snow that needs to be shoveled, so I'm going to take care of that, and then I'm going to handle the horses. But as you can see, she's not letting it get her down. She's still in a pretty happy mood. She's just like, why does she have to come down on me so hard? Why can't she see that, you know, I am doing what needs to be done around here, and, you know, why does she have to be like that? So she's not understanding why Isabella is so hard on her when she's trying really hard to take up this ranch life and do what needs to be done around here, and she thinks she's doing a pretty good job. She's just not sure why she's not living up to Isabella's standards when clearly Isabella really isn't showing her the ropes. Isabella kind of said, you need to come here to this ranch, you need to take things on, you need to run this, and I'm gonna help you. But then she's not really done that. She's not shown her the ropes. She kind of just threw her to the wolves. And Amaya's like, if you are wanting things done your way, that's all well and good, but you kind of have to show me what that way is, not just harp on me when I do it wrong. I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. So she's out here, she's loving on Maelstrom. She is doing a little bit of bottle feeding and taking care of the foal and trying not to let things get her down. She is feeling in a pretty happy mood, all things aside, the way things have gone this morning. is not a very good indication of the way things were last night. And she's just thinking, geez, I'm gonna try to stay out of Isabella's hair because obviously she woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But, you know, even though it is a pretty large ranch, she kind of can't stay out of Isabella's hair. You know what I mean? Like, anytime she enters the house, Isabella's there. So it's one of those things where she can't really avoid her, and she can't stay outside all day long because it is cold out. So she's done her chores as far as she needs to do out here. So she's going to go ahead and go on inside and get a little bit of reading in. She just wants to have a little bit of reading, have a little bit of fun. And she notices in the background that she hears a little bit of music playing, and she thinks to herself, what is that I hear? So she does want to maybe go and check it out and see what it is that she's hearing, because it sounds like something she's never really heard before. Is it the radio that's playing, or is her grandma playing music, or like what exactly is going on? So she's gonna go investigate. And it turns out that her grandmother is back here playing the guitar. Yes, the radio's playing, but she's playing along with the radio playing the guitar. And Amaya's like, oh, that's a pretty sick beat. I'm gonna get a little bit of dancing in. She, as we know, loves to do some dancing. So she's like, this is what I like to call a good time. So she wants to get some dancing in. She loves to dance. And she's like, why not? And of course, Isabella gets instantly upset that she's having such a good time, and she goes and she leaves. She's like, these kids today, she should be out there working, but here she is in here playing around, goofing off. And she leaves the room. And Amaya's like, oh, well, I must have done something to upset her. And she's not exactly sure what that is, but, you know, she's not going to let it get her down. She's having a good time listening to this music, dancing. You know, she likes to live life to the fullest, and she's not going to let anything get her down. Well, damn it, the radio broke. Let's see if we can get her to repair that. Oh no, we can't get her to repair it because something's in the way. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and we will replace that radio. Okay, so the radio has been replaced so that she'll be able to go ahead and listen to music at a later date, but we're going to go grab a bite to eat. It is lunchtime, and let her go ahead and get some lunch in her system. And then maybe she can go and have a little bit of a conversation with Isabella and find out what is up her kilt. Like, really, what is bothering you? Is there something that I've done to upset you? I'm going to go ahead and put these leftovers away. That way they don't go off. And maybe she can have a little bit of a conversation with her grandmother and find out what is exactly bothering her. Like, is there something that Amaya has done to upset her? And maybe they can have a little bit of a discussion about the ranch and things that may be bothering Isabella. Clearly there's something dirty in the kitchen that's bothering Amaya. She's like, Grandma, can we maybe have a conversation once I'm done using the washroom? So they're going to have just a little bit of a conversation. They are going to maybe try to joke around a little bit with her and get her in some good spirits. She's going to say, look, I really appreciate everything that you did for me the other day with Bluegrass. I really, really value your wisdom and your insight and the things that you do around the ranch. I just want you to know that I am new to this. I'm still learning. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I am trying. And I think that I'm making pretty good progress. I don't feel, though, like you think that I'm doing anything around here that's worthwhile. And I feel like I am being worthwhile around here. I am making great strides in what I'm doing. And I just feel like you're overlooking me all the time. And Isabella's like, listen here, young buck. You don't have anything as far as knowledge goes when it comes to ranching. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, awkward. She never knows how to act around a distant family member. Things just get weird. Okay, so they're automatically starting to argue here a little bit. She's trying to discuss her embarrassed mood with her grandmother, and she's like, look, I hate that we're distant. I hate that we're constantly kind of at each other's throat, and it's kind of awkward to talk here. But I just think that you are overlooking me, and I feel like everything that I do is not good enough. And I don't know what it is that I've done that has upset you. Like this morning, you were like, oh, I'm not making you anything to eat because you should have already been long up and done this and that and the other. And like, I'd already been up and made breakfast. Angry. No-win scenario. Why can't they understand no amount of logic and passion could move your foe? Okay, so obviously she's not getting through to her grandmother. Her grandmother is not willing to see her side of things. And she is very angry about this. Her mother's calling and she's like, guess what? My date went well. Yeah, Mom, that's great, but now is really not the time. She is feeling really, really angry. She's obviously left this conversation. She's like, I need to go outside. I need to cool down a minute. I need to go just clean up and get away from my grandmother. I need a minute to just chill out. And she's like, I don't understand, like, why she has to be like this. Everything doesn't have to be her way or no way. And she's going to tell her grandmother that. She's going to say, like, look, everything doesn't have to be your way or the highway. And she's like, this is my ranch. And she's like, yeah, but you brought me here, so it would be my ranch. They have a difficult family dynamic. Okay, great. We love that for us. And she's like, yeah, but you wanted me to come and take over this ranch. And so, therefore, it is my ranch now. And I understand that that's hard for you. But you don't want to show me the ways, but you want to yell at me when I don't do things your way. That is not the way things work. If you want me doing things a certain way, then you have to show me what that way is. You can't just come down on me and harp about it. Aggravating conversation, feeling angry after an unpleasant conversation. So she's trying to hug her grandmother. She's trying to apologize and say, look, I would like for us to be able to get along. And her grandmother's like, absolutely not. I'm not willing to make amends with you. Her grandmother's like, you and I, we are in an argument right now. And she's like, fine, if that's how you want to be, if you want to be at odds with one another, then we can be at odds with one another. This is why you and my mother aren't friends and you're not close. She was so right about you. You are a difficult woman to get along with. Why do you have to be like that? No wonder she wanted to leave and didn't want to live here. No wonder she told me that I was going to have trouble living here with you and running this ranch. She was right all along. And she's like, how dare you say that about me? How dare your mother say that about me? Well, she was right. Look at how you're acting. Oh dear. So these two are definitely not getting on. Nothing Amaya says is getting through. She's like, oh, you're boring me with this conversation. Amaya's like, so aggravated. She's very angry. The arguing is not working. She's tried apologizing. The grandmother is just brushing off her apologies, refusing to accept them. And she is just like, how are we even family? She's struggling to comprehend how she can even be related to some of her family members. Family can be so difficult sometimes. I really don't like you very much right now. I'm just feeling bitter over a few things. I'll get over them eventually or not, her grandmother says. Okay, well, you know what, Isabella, like, fine. You just be that way. So Amaya's going to run off. She's going to go and talk to this stuffed animal in this kid's room, and she's gonna like yell at this stuffed animal, just venting to this stuffed animal, because what else can she do? Like, she doesn't have anyone here to talk to other than Isabella, and Isabella is unreasonable and just won't listen to logic right now. Poor Amaya is just at her wit's end. She doesn't know what to do right now. She's like, just leave me alone, grandmother. I don't want to see you. I don't want to have anything to do with you right now. I just need some space. So Amaya's shoveling the snow. Grandmother has come out to kick the trash can because she is pissed. And both of them are very angry. Grandmother's tense. She's gotten some of her anger out. Now she's just tense. But Amaya is very, very angry. She is just really, really having a tough go of it. They can't be around each other right now. The sight of one another just gets their blood boiling. And of course, she went to grab something to eat, and just instantly Isabella harps in on her again. She's like, all you do is eat around here and just make a mess, and you don't even, clean up around here. And she's like, what are you talking about? That's all I do around here is clean up and take care of things. That's literally what I do all day long. Not only do I clean up after myself, I clean up after the horses. I clean up all day. That is literally what I do. I can't believe you would say that. And honestly, I'm just tired of talking to you. Just, can you give me a minute to cool down? So she's going to go into the bathroom. She's going to try to calm herself down in the mirror, because she clearly needs to calm down. and she's gonna try to get away from her grandmother. She needs to just, you know, get a little bit of space between her and her grandmother. The grandmother is angry again, just thinking about Amaya. Both of them are wondering how they are even family. And of course the grandmother has come into the bathroom to clean up while she's trying to talk in the mirror, and she's like, can you please give me some space? And she's like, this is my house, I'll do what I want, and I'll go where I want, when I want. And she's like, are you freaking kidding? Like, ugh. And then the grandmother just suddenly kills over, and falls from a cardiac explosion. Okay, that was a little bit unexpected. She's out here. She's gone outside to get away from her grandmother to shovel more snow. She's unaware of the fact that literally inside in the bathroom, her grandmother has killed over and is in the process of dying from a cardiac explosion. She's just out here just like happy as can be, shoveling snow. Why is she happy? Because she has a little bit of a sentiment there that, like, she's actually kind of happy that she died. I know that's a little messed up, but she has a moodlet there that she's like, you know what, that's kind of karma, is kind of what that moodlet is about. And I mean, is she sad that her grandmother died? Yes. She didn't want her to die, but like, also, it's kind of karma. I mean, like, it kind of is karma that she died. Like, she's sad that she's gone because she's her grandmother. And so there was a loss in her family, and so she's mourning her grandmother's loss. But, like, also, you are a horrible woman, and no one could get along with you because of the way you were. And so, yeah, not sad. Sad, but not sad, all at the same time. So she's going to go in there. She's going to talk in the mirror about how she's kind of upset. She's kind of, like, trying to work through those feelings of her sadness. We're going to engrave this epitaph, and it's going to say, Isabella Puente, dearest grandmother, because, I don't know, she kind of reminds me of, like, Mommy Dearest. Honestly. So we're going to put dearest grandmother. And then we will leave her tombstone there on the bookshelf. She is in here talking in the mirror about the fact that she cannot believe that she just lost her grandmother. She is going to be mourning for 2 days, and the sentiment or moodlet there says, it can be a little gratifying to see someone suffering depending on the someone. So she's kind of like, that's karma. But guys, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next Puente Horse Ranch episode, where it is just going to be Amaya and the horses, and she is going to be all alone here on this ranch, trying to take care of things and figuring it out truly on her own. She is going to need to get some help here because she, has no clue what she's doing. But I will see you guys in the next one, and until then, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.